It's now time for us to look at the second conversation, which is around socioeconomic stability as we look at Nigeria's security architecture this morning. And I have a security expert joining me on the conversation. As a matter of fact, the issue of security in Nigeria cannot be talked about just once. We keep talking about it. What is happening? A lot of allegations, a lot of statements, a lot of actions, a lot of stories coming from distressed areas. Just today, we're seeing in the news again that there is another attack in Plateau State. And of course, the last time we checked, it was in Kwara State. It's either you're hearing about terrorists, or you're hearing about bandits, or you're hearing about kidnappers, or you are hearing about Boko Haram. All of them put together, they comprise terror. Okay, today we want to look at socioeconomic stability, and as a matter of fact, mirroring Nigeria's security architecture. And joining me on the program this morning is Saliu Mahmood, who is the director of Security Salute Nigeria Initiative. It's good to have you join us on the program this morning, comrade.
Good morning to you, powerful anchor people.
Thank you. Many thanks for joining us on the conversation. Let's quickly look at the security.
Thank you very much.
As it is right now, a lot of things are going on in Nigeria as it has to do with the security situation. On your own part, what's your assessment of the state of Nigeria's security right now?
Well, like I always emphasize, insecurity is not peculiar to Nigeria alone, as every part of the world is experiencing its own part of it. Be it as it may, I would say it is unfortunate because no country would like to be engulfed in insecurity, whether banditry, insurgency, or kidnap-related activities.
Yes, of course. We can hear you. Go ahead. The security situation is becoming very serious, and of course, a lot of Nigerians are reacting to it. But then, when you hear things like, well, what we have is not compared to what they have, all these constitute problems. And as a matter of fact, we need to do something to ensure that all of this doesn't continue, as a matter of fact. And of course, the issue of security in Nigeria is something that a lot of people, sometimes if it doesn't happen to you, you won't know the gravity of it. But as it is right now, we have some situations on ground that are not so palatable. But the major issue that we are facing in Nigeria is how this security situation can be tackled and who should handle the job, whose responsibility is it. And of course, the person speaking to us this morning, as a matter of fact, is a security expert. And he is someone that I've spoken with a couple of times, and he seems to be acquainted with the security situation in Nigeria, as a matter of fact, because they are the ones that are in forefront. It's good to have you join us back, comrade.
So, can I continue?
Yes, please continue.
Okay. So, it is rather unfortunate that we are experiencing this at this point in time. Like I said, the security agencies have been putting their best, but it appears we as citizens also have roles to play, particularly people in areas where these activities are going on also need to discharge their ownership, involvement, responsibilities, and host of orders. So be it as it may, it is unfortunate at this time, but I believe total restructuring of the entire security architecture is key. Improve their welfare, Even though I know under the Buhari and this administration, there are certain weapons and armaments that have been procured, but you cannot just procure. What about their welfare? What is the take-home package of the officers and men of the armed forces, police, and other security agencies carrying out onslaught against these non-state actors and host of others? So there are other issues that sometimes, when the National Security Advisor is talking, when the chief of defense staff is talking, when Inspector General of Police is talking, when DGDS is talking, they don't bring into consideration the officers and men that go to give their lives for our nation to remain one, to flush out this insecurity. What is the insurance package for them? What is the hazard package? What are the attractive incentives you are giving to them? Because some of them sometimes get disabled, some of them loses their lives and what have you. Then here and there, you procure modern technology for like Tucano, like drones and also other things. It is humans that operate it, officers and men. For example, now, look at internal security. It's the purview of the police. And the police is battling with even barracks to stay. Look at Abuja where the president is there. They don't have barracks to stay. Lagos, Ikoitu, they sold the barracks. Even those of the armed forces, they are nothing to write home about. So I believe the manpower should be enhanced, increased. Then again, we thank God there are other voluntary organizations like the Civilian Joint Task Force and others that are giving their best to them. What are also the attractions we are giving to them? So above all, it is time for inhabitants of this area to also cooperate with security agencies, because sometimes they connive and they are conspirators in these kidnap related activities, in issues of armed banditry, in issues of insurgency. Even though there are exceptions in states like Zamfara, Katsina, Kwara, and Niger, because illegal gold mines are also making the bandits not to want the banditry to end, because areas where there are illegal mining activities where they are getting a lot from it. So above all, we all need to join and support the security agencies. Then manpower should be enhanced and increased too. How on earth will you say this is the number of regular combatant cadets you are going to take in Nigerian Defense Academy annually? It should be expanded at this time of insecurity. You can pick 11 officer cadets, because you know in the NDA there for the regular combatant course we have both the Army, Naval, and Air Force cadets. You can expand the scope. Then the recruitment too, there shouldn't be barriers. Then for the police academy too, the same. Look at ironic thing now. For police academy, for a child to get admitted, you said Police Service Commission was in charge before. Now you have made Ministry of Police Affairs to be involved, the academy itself to be involved. How do you now expect the rigorous, what have you, for the child of a common person to get there? So these are some of the areas we are also talking about. We are talking about insecurity, and people that you are taking to go and fight this thing, you are having certain barriers. How do you get it right? So we are also architects of our own problems sometimes, and that is why I'm saying Mr. President must do the needful. These academies, these depots, these training schools, people are there, able-bodied. They are ready to join the armed forces, both Army, Air Force, and Navy, Police, DSS, and others. But you don't open the access. You go, you disqualify them, you say maybe this and that, and you have shortage of manpower, and the few ones you have, you've posted them to work in some sensitive areas, which is not the battlefield. So above all, Mr. President, particularly President Bola Tinubu, who is in charge now, must do the needful. Police Academy, the admission into it must not be that rigorous. Why should Police Affairs Ministry be involved in the admission process there? Why should the academy too? We know there are certain things you do, but it was Police Service Commission. Let it continue that way. Therefore, the Defense Academy have spoken on it. The regular short service, regular combatant course, sorry, not short service, direct short service, and others. They should make it available so that people can join to go and fight this, because they are also facing problem of manpower. Then the weapons that are there, they are obsolete, particularly for the Nigerian police. Barracks are not there. There are no proper trainings, and even where you are training them, enough is not there to feed them. So then for the communities, this is the time for us to give our best by discharging our ownership involvement. If you see, you talk, you say, let us tell our security agencies where they are, how they come. and they'll be able to do it. It is unfortunate that some communities in Katsina and Zawara are now negotiating with bandits, people who made some people widows and widowers, orphans and what have you. So this is rather unfortunate and not needed to be done. There should be intelligent coordination center for the police. There should be for the other security agencies. I know the Air Force has it on now, which other service agencies are also using. The agencies like security and civil defense too, and also others too, should be adequately funded in order to complement the efforts of the armed forces, even though it is not their purview, the purview of the Nigerian police.
All right, comrade, thank you. Let's quickly look at the issue of negotiation. In the National Daily today, take for instance, in a couple of newspapers, Vanguard for instance, the governor of Katsina State, talking about Rada, said they won't negotiate with bandits. And now, the issue of negotiation, some persons have earlier pushed for negotiation. Some persons have even made statements such like, well, a governor in this country said, with just a phone call, these things will become a thing of the past. Some persons have pushed for negotiation. And you even mentioned it just now. What is your take as far as negotiating with bandits is concerned?
I've just told you now, no right-thinking person would advise for negotiation with bandits, particularly non-state actors, whether insurgents or whatever form, because it is even against sensitivity of any religion. These are people that killed some other people's families. So why are you now going to negotiate with them? It is wrong. Even for the communities that went negotiating, it is absolutely wrong. So I think what should be done should be carrying out complete onslaught. Kill them the same way, fire for fire. I remember Tafabalogo. It should be Operation Fire for Fire. So why should you go and start saying you are negotiating with bandits and hosts of others? It is not right. You cannot go and start negotiating. It is not possible. You get my point. It is not possible. So negotiation, I think, is wrong.
Oh, okay.
Are you with me, Agbo?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Yes, negotiation with bandits or insurgents is very, very wrong, because they've made some people orphans, widows, and widowers.
But what about the issue of pardoning people who are caught in the web? We've had situations like, well, this person is a repentant terrorist and now the person is allowed into the society. We've had situations like that. If negotiation is not ideal for a good thinking individual, like you've rightly said, then what would you have to say about the issue of maybe pardoning or repentant terrorists being incorporated into the society? Hello, can you hear me, comrade? All right. Well, this is one issue that a lot of people have actually frowned at. Just recently, there was a pardon, and some persons.
Well, sorry, can you? Are you with me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Yes. Such kind of amnesty was done in Borno to Boko Haram, repentant Boko Haram. What happened? They came and spied on the what have you. Later, that was why you started hearing of attacks or military formations in Matele and also other areas in Borno. It was visible. These are some of the, sometimes when we talk with evidence. Are you with me?
Yes.
What happened? So because when they come, they just pretend. They go back. The same repentant Boko Haram that we are giving amnesty in Borno State were the ones that went and informed ISWAP and others. Bama, they attacked Matele, Mafa, and also other areas in Borno State. So that is to tell you the armed forces and the police have the wherewithal. What happened to intelligence gathering? Is it on annual basis? You know the budgetary allocation made for graduating of intelligence officers. But the issues are you are procuring arms and armament, not taking care of people to man it. It's human being. You need to look at the lives of other ranks of the armed forces. Go and look at their lives in the police. So they don't even have barracks, like I'm telling you. I have been to Lagos. Go to Falomo. They've sold the barracks and the guys that they are developing it. Okay, you want police to take over internal security. He has the largest squad: police mobile force, special forces, intelligence response team, special tactical squad, border police, marine police, and what have you. What is his welfare? The boys that does the jobs are the other ranks. We call them rank and file. From constable, corporal, sergeant, inspector. They do the field job in the night when you are moving. How many assistant commissioners of police do you see checking on the road? It's a question I'm also throwing to you. How many deputy commissioners do you see? Even the commissioner of police that mans the command, how many of them do you see supervising? They are there on phone call with IG. They want all to be correct so that Mr. President will be happy for them to maintain their seat. The same thing goes to the armed forces. How many lieutenant colonels in the night do you see? Maybe when gas brigades is moving from Agui Rossi barracks towards Niger barracks, towards Kampobasi, towards Mambila barracks, towards Mogadishu and host of others. The highest rank you see for them maybe is a captain or a lieutenant. Where are other officers? Maybe a section of Borno, Zamfara, Kazana, where you have onslaught against banditry and insurgency, where they capacitated, where sometimes colonels, brigadier generals also lead patrols. But the issues, I'm even talking about Federal Capital Territory, where you have the president and commander-in-chief, where you have the Senate president, where you have the service chiefs. So the issues are, let us not pretend to be wanting to impress Mr. President every time. Anytime, let me even give you one most anointing. FCT minister is not up to a governor. When he's going to commission any project, you see road safety by his side, VIO by the side, a gas brigade by the side, police by the side, other people by the side. And people are there is insecurity in everywhere. So what are we talking about? Are we providing security to make Mr. President to be happy in order to keep the service chiefs alone, or what are we talking about? So security is for everybody. We should have the policy of lives and let live, not might is right. Globally, our people travel. Sometimes we exchange security programs. We take some of our officers for training in United States of America, UK, Germany, and host of others. Is it that when they go there and learn and come back, they do the opposite? We are being hypocritical. The common people are being killed every day. Nobody seems to talk. We are here to be ministers. We are here to be senators, House of Rep members, or maybe some generals, air vice marshals, rear admirals, AIG. I have emphasized separately, from Sheraton to National Box, you cannot walk by 9 o'clock. They will seize your phone. Those bad boys are in the plantations between Mohammed Abacha Estate and Sheraton and National Box. As I talk to you now, from 7 o'clock, even with the police checking in front of the National Box by Tofa House, they're already robbing people. Several have assisted. Then go to Sahad, coming to that Zenith Bank by the Ministry of Transport. Same thing, book at the Charima House. Then from Obasanjo House, there was a director and presidency who had presentation the next day. He was just by the traffic. They told him, August, something is happening to your car there. Before he looked the other round, they put an and carry his laptop. Where all the system he was to do an international presentation, we are carried away by miscreant. That is even Federal Capital Territory. Severally, there are kidnap-related cases in outskirts. Mbappe, before the special interventions squad by IGP, you can't go to Mbappe or Buhari area where they are not. Was that not the place where a whole family was killed? And also other things. That is even Federal Capital Territory. Then, like I told you, Zamfara, illegal gold mines is involved, politics is involved, and also other things. So the issues are, if the entire security architecture is not restructured, we cannot have efficiency. You can't be a member of the Department of State Services to wake up and wear your suit, carry your pistol to harass civilians. No, that is not where the job lies. The job lies, even though they are all living up to expectation, they are also trying to put the record straight. You cannot be a mobile police officer, you wear your green beret, you wear your khaki and be harassing only civilians on the street. No, that is not where the job lies. You cannot be a member of the Nigerian Army and be beating somebody because of girlfriend. That is not where the job lies. You cannot be a member of the Nigerian Navy or Air Force and wear your white, or you wear your blue, black, or you wear your white, blue and be harassing innocent civilians in the Metropolis. No, it is where you go for air onslaught against the bandits that we know that you are properly trained. It is when you protect the maritime waters as Nigerian naval officer that we now know it. So it is right, it is high time the security architecture and restructures. You can bring in committee of retired generals, air vice marshals, rear admirals, and other police officers, AIG, and also others. Let them look into the situation. Let them do visitations. The Senate committees on security and national intelligence, subcommittees on Army, Navy, Air Force, Police, Defense, and also other things. Do they also oversight? The lower chamber, House of Reps, do they oversight? How many times have they visited outposts of the police to know whether they have the AK-47s there?
All right. That's a very serious situation right here. And of course, this is worrisome because this thing has escalated to almost everywhere. Like my guest said, as a matter of fact, it is glaring that I think the truth is this. No individual should be terrorized by people who are in uniform in the name of maybe trying to exercise their power over the Nigerian people, where we have a lot of issues in Nigeria. Now, comrade, can you hear me? Hello, comrade? All right. We'll get connected. We'll establish connection with the security expert very soon. But then, I think he has spoken well. Number one, before you even go out to tackle security, you yourself need to be secured, first of all. You actually need to be well, at least paid. Okay. But the issue of harassing innocent citizens instead of harassing criminals, implicating people that are not criminals in the name of maybe one or two reasons, that's not the best. But then I think we need more sensitization, even for people in power and, of course, people who are in charge of this security. Something very vital before this connection. So can you go ahead now?
So, like I'm saying, we don't need to be hypocritical about security. It is high time we restructure it, improve the welfare of the officers, and then do the needful beyond just procurement of arms and armaments, because it is humans that uses it. Then above all, it is also time the communities at the receiving end also discharge their ownership involvement rights, because we have such rights where we also need to assist the security agencies on privileged intelligence sharing. For example, some of the communities where these things are happening knows how these kidnappers come, where they move the markets they go to. There are several times where they even arrest people that give them fuel, do this and that. So it is also time for us to also contribute to security in the country. So it's a two-way thing. So negotiation, no. We stand by saying no. You don't negotiate with somebody that killed. You don't negotiate with somebody that rendered people homeless. You don't negotiate with notorious people who also, some of them like insurgents now, they have international supporters because theirs differs from those bandits. So in a situation like that, we have to be very, very cautious. And I was very glad with the position of the Chief of Defense Staff that he said there is not going to be anything regarding negotiation. Yes.
Now, all right. Thank you, comrade. Comrade, now let's come to FCT now. While you were speaking, you talked about information and everyone should be security conscious wherever they go. The issue of most times, you see these people using motorbike for their operations. Just the day before yesterday, someone, a colleague of mine actually, his phone was snatched from his hand, okay? And these guys came in a bike, you know. So in this situation now, what is your assessment of the security situation in FCT? We've had situations whereby you just, where you are, like you were calling about some very red hotspot just now. What do you think can be done? Because these Okadas, they have associations and all of that. If people are using Okada to rob or do banditry or maybe carry out some activities in FCT and other parts of the country, Is there anything that can be done to track these people?
Well, they need to enhance supervision.
Okay.
Are you with me?
Yes.
They need to enhance supervision, then surveillance. There's surveillance too. Because some of these dark spots, if they are well manned, sometimes they do it meters away from where the police are checking. Are you with me? So there used to be CCTV camera initiative where China International Corporation gave like counterpart funding during Bala Mohammed. I don't know what those happened, but this wiki administration can install CCTV cameras just the way the street lights are working now. Are you with me? The street water lights are working, then there should be CCTV camera installation so that then from the control there should be officers or duty control rooms where even it is happening. There are routine patrol, surveillance, and host of orders. So there are a lot that needed to be done. But intelligence gathering should be more. Yes.
No, all right. Now let's talk about more hands. You already emphasized the importance of more hands, which is very crucial for me. The reason why I'm talking about this is because of state policing. Then sometimes you hear the vigilantes say, well, they are not being funded and there is an extent to which they can go. Now, what would you have to say about external support to curb security in Nigeria? What's your take?
Hello, come again.
Okay, I was talking about the fact because you also talked about intelligent gathering, which can also which can come from the public. That's one. Then, secondly, the issue of the vigilantes.
Yes.
Like the way you were speaking about the remuneration salaries for security operatives, the same thing is applicable. That of the vigilantes even worse because they don't have fundings at all.
No, vigilantes are voluntary organizations. They are not under government.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. In their own situation now, how can they be empowered, all right, to fight
already you see forest guards. The president has consented to forest guards. What have you? Automatically, government is going to be paying them. And so I think the Office of National Security Advisor, they can be given some honorarium to the what you call it, to the voluntary organizations, just like the way they did for the civilian joint task force in Maiduguri. You remember the same way they did for them.
Oh, okay.
Are you with me?
Yes, I am. Now, let's go to Kwara State right now. Kwara State used to be known as a very peaceful state before now. But we are hearing of infiltration of banditry and all of that. So what can you say about the escalation of terrorism, banditry, kidnapping into different areas of Nigeria? Because some persons are saying, hey, come on, like a joke, these people are getting into different states of the country. And that will not be good for the country. So what would you have to say about the escalating nature of insecurity in Nigeria and how can this be tackled?
You see, for example, that of Kwara, initially from Kwara North, it came from Mahmuda terrorists. Then it escalated to Kwara South where kidnap-related activities, and there were certain locals that were involved, that were arrested by DSS. There is wife of even a monarch in a town called Babanla, where they found huge amounts of kidnap ransom money in account. So some of these kidnap-related activities in some of these places do not just happen like that from outside. That no, it is two-way conspiracy. Are you with me?
Yes.
It is two-way conspiracy. So the issue I'm trying to say is, let us fight poverty, let us fight illiteracy, then let there be food security. Are you with me? When it is there, people will not have cause to be involved in certain things that are not normal. So generally on
all right.
Insecurity. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
So generally on insecurity, Hello?
Yes, I'm with you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let manpower be increased. Let manpower be increased. Are you with me?
Yes, I am.
Let manpower be increased, then arms and armament, then let intelligence gathering be enhanced also. Then surveillance. During Abacha, we know the kind of surveillance that happens of the strike force between this and that and that. So far, that is how it should be.
But the issue of community policing, don't you think, because a lot have been said about it, but it has not been implemented. What do you think? Can they actually be the solution to this banditry and kidnapping especially? Hello, comrade. Oh, all right. We're looking at, I'm trying to establish the issue of community policing, which the president have actually talked about in the past. But then a lot of people are of the opinion that state policing may not bring a final solution to it because of the way the federal police is being handled and all of that. But as it is right now, let's just look at other issues, all right? Number one, if state policing come into place, wouldn't they be manhandled? All right, comrade, let's talk about the issue of state policing. I was talking about the issue of state policing. What is your idea of it? Because a lot of people are skeptical about it due to the way the federal police is relating with the people. Sometimes they'll tell you the police is your friend, but then if you get in contact or maybe in close range, you will know that there are some things that needs to be worked on as it has to do with policing. Now, state policing, what do you think, and could that be the next solution to banditry especially?
Governors don't have the capacity to even establish state police, because even residual creation like VIO, they've not been able to take care of it. It's a purview of state governors. State fire service, what equipment have they been able to give state fire service? Governors that can pay 70,000 minimum wage. Therefore, when you are bringing state police, you need training schools, you need arms and armament for them, you need to build stations, you need to give them uniform, you need to do a lot. So where will they get the funds from? So take care of the existing police. Police have the largest squad: police mobile force, special forces, marine police, counter-terrorism unit, intelligence response team, special tactical squad, border police, conventional. Also, all that you need is adequate funding. Make their retirement benefits attractive. You have even SP, special protection unit in the police. There is nothing they don't have. So fund the existing federal police. The governors can complement the effort of the federal government. Part of their security votes, they can also do that. So we shouldn't be playing politics with security. Security is not an easy task, particularly policing. So state police cannot be the solution because the funding will not be there for the governor. And if at all they conclude on that, they will also use it for their own gains, political gains during elections.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much. That's well spoken. It's all in the bid to have a stable socio-economic situation in Nigeria. Many thanks for joining us on the program this morning, comrade.
Thank you very much, Ramsey. Thank you.
All right. Have a beautiful day ahead of you. All right. As it is, the issue of state policing may not be the final solution to banditry, kidnapping, and terrorism in our communities and, of course, our states. Most of these attacks happen in rural communities, especially when people are asleep at night. Take, for instance, the Yerwata attack that claimed a lot of life. The ones happening in Plateau State, for instance, the way they attack, they take the community unawares. And the vigilantes might not be readily available because of maybe funding, because they are voluntary organization. But then I think we need to call a spade a spade. Insecurity is eating deep into the fabrics of the society, and there is need for so much attention in that direction. It is escalating into different states and communities in Nigeria here.